Today, we're starting a brand new chapter in this series, the pregnancy journey in the NHS and what it could look like in other healthcare systems. And I want to say this straight away. Pregnancy care in the UK is one of the most structured and supportive systems we have, but many people don't understand how it works until they're already in it. That's what we're clearing up today. Most journeys start at home. You do a pregnancy test, it's positive, and suddenly you have 1,000 questions. Do I need to see my GP? Who do I need to contact? What happens next? In most cases, you don't need to see your GP first. You self refer directly to your local midwifery service. That's because in the NHS, midwives lead normal pregnancy care. They're specialists in pregnancy, birth, and postnatal care. So your first step is find your local maternity service. Complete the online self-referral form. Book your booking appointments. These booking appointments usually happens around 8 to 10 weeks of pregnancy, and it's not a scan. It's a long, detailed conversation. At this appointment, your midwife will ask about your health, your partner's health, previous pregnancy, family history, medications, mental health, lifestyle, safeguarding, and social support. This is where your care becomes personalized. Then comes the dating scan, usually around 12 weeks. This confirms how far along you are, the due date, that the pregnancy is developing normally. For many people, this is the emotional moment where pregnancy becomes real. Alongside that, you're offered screening tests, blood tests, Down syndrome screening, infection screening, blood group, and antibodies. These are offered not first. You choose. After that, care becomes a rhythm. You have regular midwife appointments, checks of blood pressure, urine tests, baby's growth, baby's heartbeat, and your well being. And at 20 weeks, you usually have the anomaly scan, which looks closely at the baby's development. Now let's talk about risk. Because this word worries people. Being called high risk does not mean something bad will happen. It means you need extra monitoring. You might be classed as higher risk if you have diabetes, high blood pressure, previous complications in pregnancy, if you have multiple pregnancy, certain medical conditions. This doesn't take care away from you, it adds care. So your team might go having midwife, obstetrician, specialist nurses, and sometimes your GP again. And then comes the birth planning. You'll talk at the birth planning, you'll talk about place of birth, pain relief, birth preferences, who you want with you, the feeding plans, and this is your voice in your care. After birth, care doesn't stop. You have the postnatal midwife visits, the health visitor support, mental health screening, baby checks, and feeding support. And eventually, your GP becomes involved again for your 6 to 8 week check, baby immunizations, on and ongoing care. One thing I want to say gently is pregnancy is not just physical, it is emotional, it is psychological, it is identity changing. Feeling overwhelmed does not mean you're failing. And if anything feels wrong at any point, either with pain, bleeding, reduced movement of your baby, severe headaches, visual changes, swelling, or you have low mood, you do not wait. You contact your maternity service. If I leave you with one message today, it's this: the NHS pregnancy pathway is not about control, it's about support, safety, and partnership. I'm Dr. Jide, and this is Health Conversations with Dr. Jide, helping you understand healthcare one conversation at a time. If this episode helped make pregnancy care feel clearer and calmer, please like, share, and subscribe. And in our next episode, we'll talk about moments many people remember forever. What happens after a positive pregnancy test? See you on the next episode. Bye.